Welcome back to AgriTalk Online, bonus coverage from Commodity Classic in Tampa, Florida. A lot of focus on this year's growing season. This crop is going to be so critical with tight supplies, whether we're talking corn or soybeans or wheat or whatever it may be. So a lot of focus here on the technology that will allow farmers to have even better yields and better crop this coming year. We're going to talk about some of that technology now as we look at ESN. Now, you may not be totally aware of ESN and Agrium Advanced Technology, so we have a chance to learn more about it with Jason Kuhlemeier, Marketing Manager for ESN. Jason, thank you for joining us. Let's start with the company, Agrium Advanced Technologies. Tell us a little bit about its history and background.
Sure. Agrium Advanced Technologies was formed approximately 4 years ago as a separate and strategic business unit of Agrium Inc., a large ag retailer and nutrient manufacturer.
Okay. Now, when you say this is a company that says it's leading the way in crop fertility products, give us an example.
Our focus, and the reason that Agrium Advanced Technologies was formed, was to focus on slow and controlled release nitrogen products.
Now, so that takes us to ESN. Now, we've been talking a little bit about ESN, but people may not be quite sure yet what it stands for. Explain that for us.
Sure. ESN starts for Environmentally Smart Nitrogen, and it's our nitrogen product that we take into the broadacre agricultural markets to help growers maximize their return and protect their nitrogen investment.
And explain how this works, because basically we're talking about a polymer coating to dissolve the urea inside the capsule, right?
Yeah, it's very interesting technology. It's a micro-thin polymer coating around a urea granule, and the way that the polymer coating works, it allows moisture into the granule to put the urea into solution. It then meters that solution back across that polymer coating dependent upon soil moisture and temperature.
So you're controlling the release then, right?
Absolutely. What ESN does is match up nutrient availability with the demand for the growing crop.
And what are the benefits of that?
Well, a couple of things. First and foremost, it protects against nitrogen loss, whether it is volatilization, denitrification, or leaching. But it also makes sure that when the growing crop really needs nitrogen, that there'll be nitrogen available for it to take up.
It'll be there when it's needed. Now, what about that? Really sounds like a good tool to have when it's kind of wet, but what about if it's dry? Is you still going to get the benefits as well?
What is really neat about ESN, because of the way that it responds to soil moisture and temperature, those are the same things that are required for a growing crop to be actively growing, so that really helps to align those two very well.
Because we never know going into any given year what the weather conditions are going to be like. So you don't have to say, well, I can only use it in a wet year or a cool year or whatever. I mean, this is there, it will work regardless of condition.
Well, and that's just it. Once there's a little bit of moisture that gets pulled into the granule to put the urea in solution, if we were to get dry or cold weather, the release of that nitrogen slows down significantly during that period.
What types of operations might most benefit from this?
The ideal place for a product like ESN is that farm ground that is the most susceptible to nitrogen loss. So coarse soils, a lot of drainage, those sorts of things.
And we've seen in the last couple of years a lot of fields that have suffered from nitrogen loss.
For sure, certainly. We've seen fantastic results in our trials. Over 400 site years worth of data. So we feel pretty comfortable that we can perform in those sorts of conditions.
So when we talk about environmentally smart nitrogen, what does that mean also for the environment?
Well, because we are protecting against loss to the environment, I think that for those growers that are in highly susceptible type soil types or areas, sensitive areas, those sorts of things, this could be a fantastic product to help them with their nitrogen management systems.
Now, do you have a lot of research that you can show on this? I mean, it sounds great, but I know farmers want to know the research behind it.
Certainly. We've done over 400 site years of research in corn, cotton, canola, wheat, potatoes. We've done research with universities, with independent third party, and then also some of our own in-house research as well. So
what separates you from other products on the market, or what would stand out as the biggest benefit for farmers, is just knowing that the plant is going to get the nitrogen when it needs it, right?
Well, and that's just it. It's the security in knowing that you protected your investment, your nitrogen investment, and knowing that that nitrogen is going to be there when your growing crop needs it the most.
And we know nitrogen is so key to the plant performance, and with commodity prices the way they are now, a farmer doesn't want to miss out on any yield at all.
Well, that's just it. Now more than ever is the time to make sure that a grower is optimizing their yield potential.
And how can growers get more information about Agrium Advanced Technologies and ESN?
Certainly. We have a website called smartnitrogen.com. It's an excellent source of information for all things ESN. You could also go to agriumat.com if you have some specific questions about our company or any of our other products.
And just for clarification here, how is this polymer coating applied to the urea?
It's done. We have two different coating facilities. One is at a manufacturing plant in Carsland, Alberta. The second is a coating plant in New Madrid, Missouri. We just opened that actually in March of 2010.
You've got the product available?
Absolutely. Have it available. We also have a number of different farm centers representing and selling the product for us across the country. So that would be another good source of information as your local retailer.
Farmers should ask about ESN.
Please do.
All right. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
All right. That is Jason Kuhlemeier, Marketing Manager for ESN Environmentally Smart Nitrogen from Agrium Advanced Technologies. We'll take a break, come back with more on AgriTalk OnLine at Commodity Classic.